The Ides of March is a gripping political drama that explores the intense, often morally ambiguous world of presidential campaigns in the United States. The story centers on Stephen Myers, a young and ambitious press secretary working for Governor Mike Morris, a charismatic and seemingly idealistic Democratic candidate running in the primaries. Stephen is intelligent, persuasive, and fiercely loyal, dedicated to advancing Maurice's campaign while navigating the treacherous waters of politics, where loyalty, ambition, and ethics frequently collide. The film opens with Stephen and his team working tirelessly to manage Governor Morris's campaign, ensuring that every speech, press conference, and public appearance is meticulously crafted to appeal to voters and project an image of integrity and competence. From the beginning, it is evident that politics is a game of perception, with appearances carefully curated to influence public opinion. Stephen's role as a press secretary requires him to manage information, control messaging, and handle crises, all while maintaining the candidate's public image. The story's central tension arises when Stephen discovers that Tom Duffy, a campaign staffer for Morris's rival, has been secretly leaking information to the media. This revelation sets off a chain of events that forces Stephen to confront the murky ethical boundaries of political maneuvering. As he investigates further, Stephen uncovers a web of deception, betrayal, and manipulation within his own campaign and the broader political landscape. The film portrays the intense pressure of political life, where decisions often have far-reaching consequences, and personal ambition can overshadow ideals. Stephen's relationship with Governor Morris is complex, defined by admiration, loyalty, and a growing awareness of the compromises inherent in politics. Maurice is portrayed as a principled and inspiring leader, yet the narrative gradually reveals the cracks in his public persona. The juxtaposition of Maurice's public image and the private realities of his campaign highlights the tension between idealism and pragmatism, illustrating the challenges faced by those seeking power in a competitive political environment. A pivotal moment occurs when Stephen becomes entangled in a personal and political scandal involving Molly Stearns, a young intern who confides in him about an affair with Governor Maurice. Molly's situation presents Stephen with a moral dilemma. Should he protect her and preserve the integrity of the campaign, or exploit the information for political gain? This conflict forces Stephen to navigate ethical gray areas, reflecting the broader theme of compromise and the often hidden costs of political ambition. His decisions will not only affect the campaign, but also his own moral compass and future in politics. As the plot unfolds, Stephen must manage both external threats and internal challenges. He encounters ruthless political operatives, including Governor Morris's campaign manager, Paul Zara, who pushes for strategic decisions that prioritize victory over ethics. Stephen learns firsthand that the political arena is not merely about ideas or ideals, but also about strategy, negotiation, and sometimes manipulation. The narrative emphasizes the complexity of power, illustrating how even well-intentioned individuals may be drawn into morally ambiguous choices in pursuit of success. The tension escalates as the primary election approaches, with the media scrutinizing every move of the candidates and their teams. Stephen works tirelessly to manage the flow of information, handle leaks, and craft messages that maintain public confidence in Maurice's leadership. The film captures the frenetic pace of political campaigns, portraying the constant balancing act between public perception and private strategy. Each decision Stephen makes carries potential repercussions, both for the candidate and for his own career. One of the central themes of the Ides of March is the conflict between ambition and morality. Stephen's journey illustrates how political systems often demand compromise, forcing individuals to weigh personal values against professional advancement. He experiences both success and betrayal, learning that loyalty in politics can be fleeting and that trusts must be carefully earned. The narrative presents a realistic portrayal of the cutthroat nature of political campaigns, where appearances can be deceiving and ethical choices are rarely straightforward. As the story reaches its climax, Stephen faces a series of crucial decisions that will define his career and personal integrity. He uncovers evidence of manipulation and unethical behavior within the campaign, and realizes the extent to which political ambitions have compromised ethical standards. At the same time, he must navigate relationships with allies and adversaries, balancing strategic interests against moral imperatives. The tension between doing what is politically advantageous and doing what is ethically right becomes the driving force of the narrative. Ultimately, Stephen chooses to expose the truth, risking his career and reputation in the process. His decision underscores the film's exploration of integrity, courage, and the personal costs of political life. The narrative demonstrates that political power often comes at a price, requiring individuals to confront uncomfortable truths and make difficult ethical choices. Stephen's actions revealed the importance of personal responsibility and the impact that one individual can have in promoting transparency and accountability, even within a flawed system. The film also delves into the emotional and psychological toll of political campaigns. Stephen experiences stress, anxiety, and moral conflict as he grapples with the pressures of his position. His relationships, particularly with colleagues in Mali, are tested, highlighting the human dimension of political life. The story portrays the interplay between personal ambition, ethical considerations, and the relentless demands of public service, emphasizing the complexity of human motivation and the challenges inherent in navigating high-stakes environments. In addition to the political intrigue, the Ides of March examines the nature of loyalty, trust, and betrayal. Stephen's alliances shift as the campaign progresses, revealing the fragile nature of relationships in the political sphere. The film explores how power dynamics, ambition, and strategic interests can shape behavior, often leading to unexpected consequences. Stephen's experience illustrates that success in politics requires not only skill and intelligence, but also resilience, judgment, and the ability to navigate moral ambiguity. The story concludes with Stephen reflecting on the compromises and lessons learned throughout the campaign. While the election outcome is significant, the personal and ethical growth he experiences emerges as the central focus. The narrative leaves the audience with a nuanced understanding of political life, emphasizing that ambition, ethics, and integrity are often in tension, and that navigating these challenges requires careful consideration and moral courage.